Okay, so people can't read your mind, and if you wanted help, instead of setting up the camera, you could have just got an employee or asked.
We're past the era of men making assumptions that women need help. Because again, that could be considered disrespectful and misogynistic. And so men aren't going out of the way to just lend a helping hand to women because they don't want to be seen as misogynistic.
We're getting to a point if you don't ask for help, you're not getting help. It's time we use our voices.
My problem is that I hate men, you know?
Lots of women think it's like a female empowerment, I'm a strong woman thing to say that you hate men. On the contrary, when a woman says she hates men, it's usually a telltale sign that she has terrible, horrific experiences with men and that she allows toxic men into her life, into her love life, into her bedroom. The question isn't, are men toxic? Because there will always be toxic men and women in the world. The question is, why are all the toxic men in your life? Why have you allowed men to treat you so badly that you now hate them?
Keep watching The View. Let us men think logically. Then all of their opinions will be changed.
Okay, this is it. That's not love. What do I mean by that? If you are dating a man that sees you struggling, he doesn't offer to help you in any way, that's not love. Now, he may tell you he loves you, but anybody that sees you struggling, if a man says he loves you and he sees you struggling or he sees you going through something or he sees that you're in need of something, whatever that is, and he has it to help you and he doesn't, that's not love. That love is not genuine. That is some flawed love, because love does. Love provides. Love gives. Love is an action word. So if somebody loves you, they do because they love you. They give because they love you. They support you emotionally because they love you. And if they're not doing that, that is not love, girlfriend. You need to check that. Check that quality of that love. All right? That's my tip.
Here's a nice story of a friend of mine. He gave everything to his girlfriend. He helped her in every way. One day he needed a small favor, but she refused. He reminded her when he helped her. She replied with, "I didn't ask you to do all that. You volunteered to do it." There you go, your answer.
Nobody's helping me. Nobody's helping me. All these men for what?
What do you want us to do?
What a lot of women do not want to admit is that this would be exactly them when they get into a situation like this. Because so many women have been fed the message that they have to be strong, that they have to be an independent woman, that is really where their value lies today. But when push comes to shove and they get into a situation like this, they're looking for a man to help them. I don't think there's anything weak about that. I think that's just knowing your strengths and knowing somebody else's strengths. The problem is when you're living in a very peaceful, calm state and you're not falling into situations like this, it's unfortunately a little easy to forget the value in somebody else. The problem is when so many women villainize men as a whole and they say that they'd rather pick the bear than be with a man. You don't realize that in the next instant, if they were out of their peaceful, calm state and they were in a situation like this, they would be looking to a man. And what do you think men feel about that? Because they know this. And do you hear the man in the background saying, "How can I help you?" Like he is willing to actually still help. And that is the majority of men. That's what a lot of women don't realize, is that even though you bash them and you push them down, they are still coming up to the plate. And that should be admired.
Equality. Gotta love it. Guys are creeps until a woman needs Superman to be around. Sorry, ladies, Superman has hung up his cape because women told him to.
Nah, she just don't need my help. Why I gotta be me for? Back up, back up, back up. I'm in a set, back up.
No, if you're not scared to help her, just go help her.
I'm busy. You don't see me doing a set? How about you go help
Why,
her?
just because she has a tripod, you're not gonna help her?
No, I'm doing a set. You're not doing a set, so go help her.
But she literally asked for someone stronger. And you're
Stronger
Can you do
than
more weights?
who?
In? Me, because I
Wait,
couldn't
why
help her.
you?
I tried to help her and I
So
couldn't.
there's a lot of niggas stronger than you.
No,
No
but,
offense, but
no,
yeah.
not much. You're
That
a big
is
guy,
true.
bro. You're a big guy.
That is true.
If it's a tripod, it's a trap. Good for him. He doesn't want to be blasted on social media for being a creep.
Yo, what is up with men? And I know this is always a topic.
And what specific topic is this video going to be about?
here, but I'm generally speaking about why do men have a hard time helping women?
They don't have a hard time helping women, but they've been told to leave women alone.
Something that I have observed not only in my personal life, but literally in the outside world, because I'm a watcher. Men will stand there. The women will have all the bags, the kids, the suitcases, the luggage. She'll be doing everything, and he's just standing there.
I wonder, did she ask for help?
They'll just be standing there, like just watching the women suffer as if it brings them some kind of pleasure. From my perspective, it looks like that, because I'll just be looking, and I'm just like, anybody would help that woman right now. Why are you just standing there? Y'all are the men.
I guess some women do need men after all, if for nothing more than to carry heavy objects. But I guess one didn't take into consideration that a lot of men stopped helping women because whenever they do, many times they're often told that they're not doing it right, they're doing it wrong, and the woman will just redo it anyway after making the man feel about 1 inch tall. Gee, I can't imagine why more men wouldn't want to help out.
Never help these ratchet females. Never. You're a strong, independent woman. You've got this.
Some Korean men are refusing to help women. A few days ago, a woman in her 20s lost consciousness and fainted when she was on the subway. Apparently, there were a bunch of men in their 20s and 30s who refused to help, and saying something to the extent of, "It has nothing to do with me," which got the women on the internet pissed. According to the Korean woman, the reason being, all able-bodied Korean men have to serve military service. They do learn CPR in the military. So it was expected for men in their 20s and 30s who likely just got out of the military to jump in and help because they know how to do CPR. But a lot of the men on the train didn't. And their reason being, they did not want to be accused of sexual harassment. There were a few incidents where men were actually accused for sexual harassment, for trying to help the women. Back in 2014, a South Korean woman had actually tried to sue a male EMT paramedic for doing CPR and doing chest compressions on her. Although the paramedic wasn't charged or convicted with anything, since he was reported, he still had to go through an investigation. There was also another story shared of a Korean guy going up the steps in the subway station, and there was a woman in front of him seemingly about to fall. He put out his hands and tried to grab her from the back to prevent her from falling. The girl freaked out and called the police on him, and he ended up in the police station. That being said, these are all the men's side of the story. They'd rather be a bystander than getting their names tainted with SA. This all seems a little crazy to me. I mean, I get it if you don't want to touch the person because you don't know what's going on. At least call for help. What do you think?
Call the bear. You literally can't have it both ways. Every instinct of being and character makes us want to help. But it's not worth the risk to get involved, and that's the sad state of the world.
So I get asked why guys aren't helping girls anymore, and I have a perfect example of why. So first off, don't yell at us for opening the door. That's the reason why we don't open the door anymore. But I saw this thing on the news that is the perfect example, exactly why men do not help you anymore. So this lady was getting attacked in New York, and the guy gets out of his truck, fights off the attacker. The attacker then pulls out a gun and shoots the guy. The police show up, and the lady then says, no, that guy got out of his truck and attacked me, and the boyfriend shot him in defense. But when the police questioned witnesses and the videotapes of nearby businesses, they saw the truth, and then the lady finally confessed that, yeah, the boyfriend was attacking her, and the guy defended her, and the boyfriend then shot him. This is the reason why men aren't helping women anymore. We get lied and disrespected so much that it's not worth the risk of us being in trouble for attempting to help.
I remember opening a door for a lady, and she walked to the other side and said, "I can get my own door."
If we being completely honest, the reason why niggas don't be quick to help the IG baddies, you know, the bitches that keep their hair done, they nails done, always on a different trip, always in a luxury brand, is because you bitches give off the impression that you don't need help. We'd rather help the girl that's working overtime, working doubles, still trying to get to somewhere, but she just can't get there. She need a little motivation. She need a little help. Yeah, we'll help her. Bitch, I'm not helping you when you got a $3,300 Louis bag. I don't care if you pay for it or not. This is the problem with you creating the image. You bitches will create a rich bitch image. Then as soon as you meet a nigga, you try to make it seem like you're going to die if he can't pitch in to help you. Let's make some shit make sense. No, most niggas ain't stupid. The thing is, a lot of you bitches don't even know how to stroke a nigga's ego to get what you need to get out of him. You just come straight panhandling. Dry as hell. You ain't own shit, nothing. Just think you entitled to a nigga pockets. So yes, a nigga is more liable to help a girl who's actually in a struggle and trying to get somewhere rather than a bitch that's trying to keep up an image and a validation of other bitches that don't even like her in the first place.
They all claim to be independent girl bosses, yet want to depend on a man's money and help and sympathy.
We are fucked. We are fucked as a generation of women.
We are fucked as a generation of women. Let me tell you what. Oh my God. So I am on the freeway, right? My freaking tire, my tire light comes on. I pull over at the gas station. My tire wall is busted out, right? I'm at a gas station. There's multiple men in work trucks, and I literally was like, can someone please help me change my tire? Like, I will pay you. All of them said no.
Right.
All of them said no.
That's okay.
This one man was like, do you need a jump off? I can do that. But you can't change a tire? I'm the most independent person, and this is probably the one thing that I've never had to do.
You're independent, change
because
your
I
fucking
grew up
tire.
in a family of men. Of men. So here's my life right now. I'm stressed. My boyfriend's on his way, but I was trying to get somebody who could do it quick because we live in LA and traffic is a fucking bitch. And I was crying. Like, I'm just a girl. What the hell? Literally, and all the men just kind of looked at me. One man was literally, his truck business said mechanic on it. And he was like, no, I can't.
Okay.
What do you mean?
He means he
What
can't.
do you mean?
Y'all act like whatever you want, people have to do it for you. They can't do it, and that's okay. You got a man, he's coming. Wait, why the fuck are you even crying? Like, I wouldn't even go out of my way to go bother some guys who are around. I would have just been like, look, babe, my tire is flat. Whatever is going on with my tire, this is the problem. I need help. That's it. Why are you bothering people? And then have the audacity to cry when they tell you no. They don't have to do anything for you. With how shit is going right now, I wouldn't do it either. The hell?
Did she consider asking the bear? I'm the most independent person, and I'm just a girl in the same video.
If he can't help you, why is he there? So if you are with a man who cannot do anything for you, you leave. Okay, that's basically the whole video. I'm done. No. You let him know that you want more. And if he's unable to do more, then it's time to go. Because a man will stay somewhere free, easy, and with no standards just because he can. That most men marry women with high standards because we push them to the next level in career, and goals, and everything. We make them better by wanting more, by expecting more. So they have to expect more of themselves. So if you're with a man and you're not expecting anything from him, not expecting him to do anything for you, can't ask him for $100, can't do, like you can't. You're not supposed to be together. Okay? Because he doesn't want you. You want him. Let me repeat that. Because he doesn't want you, you want him. Anything to get a man, right? You allow him to not help you if you need help. You can't turn to him if you need help. So why are you there and why is he there? That is a sign that he's just with you until something better comes along or because it's easy and free. So, and he's not going to rise to the next level because no one is pushing him there. Especially if you never tell him what you need or want or he should be doing. He's never going to rise to that next level if you don't push him. Okay. This is why it's so important not to be the starter wife or the Barbara the Builder wife, the one that helps him, doesn't ask him for anything, does extra things, helps, him make his dreams come true. But meanwhile, you're letting yours go. So no, you're not supposed to be doing that. And if a man can't do anything for you, then ask yourself, why do you want him in your life? Is it just so you could say you have a man? Because you could lie and do that. Okay? People can lie all day and say they got a man. But you don't really have a man unless you can ask them for something and for help. Therefore, you don't have a man. Okay? You just got a roommate again. Period.
Let me simplify it for you. It's only for a reason, and that is that men are not seen for what they offer. Men are not appreciated forever, they can do their best.
Hey, note to ladies, when the guy doesn't help you carry your bags and stands there and watches you, listen, no.
First of all, stop lying. I just got back from the supermarket. I tried to help these two ladies, right? Put a TV in their car, and I went there because I saw them struggling. But you know what they told me? No, it's okay, we don't need your help. As soon as I turned around, I heard a loud boom. You know what happened? One of them dropped the freaking TV from one side, all right? So next time when a man asks you, hey, do you need any help? It's okay to say yes, okay? We're not gonna do anything for you, to you. You know what I mean? Just calm down, relax, all right? That's why men don't want to help women these days, all right?
Okay, let's clarify something here. First of all, I want to know what the 90% of women work and do more than men. Are we talking about going to a physical job, or are we talking about in the household? Second of all, you gotta stop roping men into the same category. Just because your man may not care about your feelings, doesn't mean that all men don't. If you're with the right man, he will absolutely care about your feelings and how you feel. Just like you ladies should be caring about how your men feel. The problem is, we're so conditioned in our society to believe that men are just these strong, arrogant people who have no feeling. And if they do share their feelings, they're pussies. And we do this to guys over the years. And then when we go to share our feelings, they seem cold-hearted and like they don't care about our feelings. Because we probably, not all the time, and I'm not roping everybody, I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying. You push him and his feelings off for so long that he is like, why should I care about your feelings when you don't care about mine? Now, this tit-for-tat, back-and-forth transactional stuff is not right. The reality is, this is what happens. I'm telling you, the right man will absolutely care about your feelings and care about how you feel in a given situation. Just like you should be able to validate and understand your husband's feelings. This all literally goes back to this transactional, conditional, tit-for-tat way of thinking in marriage. We are so conditioned to think, well, you have to do for me before I do for you. And every time we do this, we're literally setting our marriage up for failure. We're literally backtracking ourselves and saying, well, I'm not going to do anything unless you do what I want the way I want you to do it. People wonder why their marriage is so messed up. But the other thing, too, is if you're with the right person, that man or woman will do anything for you, will change anything, fix anything, work on themselves to be a better person for you. And if they don't want to or refuse to, that is something you need to look into. So instead of saying men don't care about feelings, try looking into your own relationship and maybe take a little deeper look as to maybe why your spouse doesn't seem to care about your feelings. Because I guarantee you it's not something that just happened. It's happened over time due to something that either you've done or a response to something. There's always a root to everything. Once you can look at the root and really start figuring out what the issues is, you can understand how to talk about it and to work through it.
You're right, men don't care. Because look where all the caring have brought them. Over the edge, with no respect whatsoever.
I can't believe that our generation has to deal with these men.
I'm gonna save you 5 minutes to tell you the unbearable thing that these men did. Long story short, this girl lives in an area where there was a lot of snow. Her car got hit by somebody when it was parked, and then it got pushed into an area where she couldn't get out, okay? It was like covered in a bunch of snow, so she had to shovel the snow out from around her car so that she can move out of the parking spot. At one point, a man pulls up to her and parks behind her. And she assumes that this man is going to be getting out of the car to help her. And the guy just gets out and is like on his way to wherever he was going. She announces to him and she's like, hey, like, listen, like my car's stuck in snow. Like, you know, basically implying like, can you help me? And the guy was basically like, all right, you know, good luck with that, and continued on his way. Then fast forward, some woman pulls up and then helps get the snow out from under the car, then actually calls over 3 men, and then some men help, you know, push her car out. So technically you still got help from a man, even though a woman was the one to initiate it. I stitched the video a long time ago. This is literally the exact same video, but it's just a different task of some girl who said she was moving furniture and then saw a group of men that just like didn't help her or offer to help when she was moving furniture. And the amount of women that think that they are entitled to getting a man's labor or getting a man's help strictly because they are a man is insane to me. If she just formatted this video and then changed it to wow, maybe as a society we don't help each other out enough, and we should really like build a community, maybe then she would have a case. But you can tell that she specifically thought these men are bad because it was a man that didn't help her. And I always find the comment section of these videos so hilarious because it's just women just making up things that men don't even really say. Like this girl says, natural born protectors, by the way. Yeah, for like their loved ones, not random strangers. It's a male loneliness epidemic. Nobody says that. Like, you're making up fake statements and sentences to make yourself feel better for the fact that men aren't paying attention to you and helping you and doing the things that you want them to do. Posting little things like this, like you didn't come on the internet, basically throwing a temper tantrum because a man got out and went on his day, because at the end of the day, it's not his problem. He doesn't owe you his labor, because she clearly only has an issue because it was a man that didn't help her. That is why at the start of the video, she's like, these men ain't shit, this. And I guarantee you, if two women got out of the car in the beginning and didn't help, she'd be like, oh, they can't help. They're just women. A man doesn't owe you any help. Whether you have a flat tire, whether you need help opening a door, carrying furniture, getting snow out from under your car, a man doesn't owe you any help. The same way it would be an unreasonable request if I was a single father and my kid was throwing a temper tantrum and then I see a bunch of women around. I'm like, is anyone gonna help me calm my kid down? That is what you guys sound like. That's literally what you guys sound like by just constantly thinking that every single man there is there to protect and serve you, because no man claims that. No man's complaining there's a male loneliness epidemic. No man is saying that we're natural born protectors. We say that for the loved ones, our children, our wives, our mothers, our family, we are willing to do those things. I guarantee you that man, if he got out of the car and saw his wife, his girlfriend, his mother stuck in that snow, then yes, he would have helped her. The story, there's not an epidemic of bad men. There's just such an epidemic of women that think they are entitled to having men serve them. But that's just my opinion. But hey, what do you think?
When a woman doesn't owe a man emotional labor, that's emancipation from gender roles. When a man doesn't owe women actual labor, that's misogyny. Schrodinger's feminism and wanting men to stay traditional while women do whatever they want and suck as much as they want. Thanks for watching Manhood. If you want access to exclusive episodes and want to support the channel, hit that join button and become a member. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if it hit home. Drop your stories and thoughts in the comments. We read everyone. See you tomorrow.